Good morning. By virtue of the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I now constitute this Assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town.
Please stand for the National Anthem. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to invite Mtobisi Ngobizulu, the SRC member, to read the dedication for the university.
At this time of celebration, we, the members of the University of Cape Town, reaffirm our mission to nurture rational and creative thought and free inquiry, to strive for excellence in teaching and research, to educate for life, and to address the challenges of our society. We undertake to advance these ideas in a spirit of freedom and responsibility and through consultation and debate. We celebrate our founders, benefactors, and predecessors, those who have built the fabric and nourished the values of UCT. To those of you who will graduate today, we wish you courage, wisdom, and purpose. To those of you who will leave the university to learn and work elsewhere, may you be sustained by those values which unite us here today and advance them in the world beyond. A love of truth and of learning and of this our university.
May be seated. We are delighted to now invite our postgraduate opera singers, Masibane Cecilia Rangwanashe and Kolani Marman, to perform for us.
Imir tu
You can see why we take pride in our students. The vibrant South African College of Music, every graduation ceremony provides us with students who perform to the graduates, to the parents, to the teacher. This morning, you heard not only a song, but you also heard a story, and it may be a message in there. The story that was performed to you was about two friends whose friendship is being threatened. And they, in the end, as you can see, they decide that whilst it is important to have a woman in your life, maybe friendship sometimes is more important. So let me start by just telling you who all of the students were that you heard this morning. As we came in, the procession was led by Sky Dladla and Blackroots Marimbas. They are currently preparing for their Sounds of Mukwa tour to Mozambique in August. The national anthem was accompanied on the organ by Alexios Vaikatis. Pianist Ian Botma accompanied Masibane and Kolani, who sang O Solo Mio by Eduardo Di Capua. A little bit more about the two of them. Masibane, a final year PG DIP student, has just returned from the Deborah Vught International Voice Competition in America, where he won an encouragement award. Golani has returned from completing a stage directing internship at the National Theatre and has been invited to Switzerland to be the guest assistant director with the world-renowned mezzo-soprano Cecilia Bartoli. I want to again issue a warm welcome to you. We are now joined, as I mentioned earlier, by the platform party, the Vice-Chancellor, members of council, members of academia, as well as members of staff of the university. Of course, for us, graduation is the culmination of a year or more of hard work. It's an achievement not just for those who are currently sitting in those gowns and will soon be capped, but it's also an achievement for us as a university. And so for us, we really look over this group of graduandi here, and for us, it shows that the dedication and hard work on both sides, the side of the student as well as the side of those sitting behind us on the platform, has actually grown fruit. And we are this morning proud, and we hope that you will celebrate with us as we will go into the formal part of the ceremony. But because this is a celebration, we start off by praise, or with praise. And so I'm now going to invite the Imbongi, the praise singer, to praise the students, to praise the family, the parents, the loved ones, those who have supported the students, and of course, the teachers. Imbongi is a composer and narrator of poems of praise. Imbongi offer critical commentary and narrative of the state of society through their isibongo. Here to offer a poem of praise and umbongo in honor of the graduands, their families and teachers, is artist and UCT music education graduate Nelisa Sampi Mkunywawa, also known as Sange.
Apho zonke insana zinela khona ningumtho Nkosi. Phambili ngemfundo phambili. Phambili ngemfundo phambili. Ndiwagawule ndiwarhuqa makwedini. Akagabuthi washo umntomla buthithi bumsuthu umjoba uthikoloshe. Ephume sithi makwedini. Tili yaka yaka tinche che guma. Tili yaka yaka tinche che. Tili yaka yaka tinche. Tili yaka yaka mama. Tili yaka yaka tinche. Ayo andiva. Heaven yaka yaka tinche. Tili yaka mama. Tili yaka. Ibaba. Yeah. Halala.
Vice-Chancellor, in response to the challenges in South African education, the Schools Improvement Initiative, one of the Vice-Chancellor's 4 strategic initiatives, was launched in 2012. The intention of the initiative is to extend the University of Cape Town's engagement in schooling with the explicit aim of making a positive impact on the quality of education in the classroom. The SII works in close collaboration with groupings inside and outside the university and currently partners with 3 primary and 2 secondary schools in the local community of Khayelitsha. The SII's theory of change is based on a whole school improvement model and includes leadership and management support offered in conjunction with teacher professional development. The SII is fully committed to interdisciplinary collaboration with faculties and departments across the university, enabling students to undertake their service learning in the partner schools. These collaborations not only directly benefit our partner schools, but also allow students and academic staff to explore new ways in which community engagement might inform curriculum transformation and social justice. The SII's activities over the past 6 years have contributed towards knowledge production. This includes 3 symposia, 4 peer-reviewed journal articles, and presentations at 3 international and 4 local conferences. 1 PhD and 3 master students have undertaken their research in the SII partner schools. A further key aspect of the initiative is the 100 Up program. This university access program has had a significant impact on UCT enrollments from Khayelitsha and the neighboring community of Mitchell's Plain. Since the first group of grade 10s were recruited in 2011, over 1,000 learners have participated in the program, and a measure of its success is that of its 963 matriculants who obtained B degree passes, 88% have gone to study at university. Through the multidimensional nature of its work, the SII fosters partnerships, harnesses resources, improves schools, and crucially, opens the doors of higher learning, thus embodying UCT's commitment to social responsiveness. It is for these reasons that the SII has been chosen as a worthy recipient of the 2017 Social Responsiveness Award. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to invite you to grant the Social Responsiveness Award for 2017 to Dr. John Clark, Dr. Patty Silbert, and Ms. Feriel Parker on behalf of the school's improvement project.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, Brian O'Connell, I have the pleasure to introduce to you an excellent teacher. We just heard two remarkable voices singing The Pearl Fishers, and that the one will be working with Cecilia Bartoli, which I think tells us something about teaching at the University of Cape Town at the School of Music. But this morning I will commence with a formal curriculum vitae on Brian O'Connell, a remarkable and important person in our education system. Brian O'Connell graduated with a Bachelor of Arts and qualified as a teacher at the University College of the Western Cape, now called UWC. While teaching, he obtained his BA Honours degree cum laude as a part-time student of the University of South Africa, UNISA. Then, on the strength of his fine achievements, he won a Fulbright scholarship to Columbia University in New York, where he took an MA and an MEd. Between 1970 and 1985, he worked as a teacher, vice principal, and principal at various schools in Cape Town, before taking up the position of senior lecturer in education at UWC. 4 senior positions followed after this: acting vice-rector of the Peninsula Technikon, rector of the Athlone College of Education, head of the Provincial Department of Education, and then, of course, in 2001, he was appointed as the rector and vice-chancellor of UWC. He retired from that position in 2014. The National Research Foundation awarded its highest honor, namely the NRF Lifetime Achievement Award, to Professor Brian O'Connell during the annual award ceremony in Bloemfontein in 2017. And now with an informal accolade, because every person has a formal CV but also an informal CV. The upliftment of our disadvantaged citizens and the restoration of their dignity was his quest as rector, vice-chancellor, and as teacher. As a white scholar, I lectured for 12 years at the University of the North, now Limpopo, before moving to UCT in 1992. Since the late 90s, we have experienced radical change in our country, which also had an immense impact on our schooling and education system. Professor Jake Scherwel and the writer Adam Small played a significant role in my personal development as lecturer, as teacher, as researcher, as human being. Jake Scherwel was an honorary professor in the Department of Afrikaans, and our discussions on land and Karel Skuman opened a new discourse for me. Small, in his email correspondences the last 3 years before his death, and personal meetings alerted me to the fact that institutions are strong and will survive all kinds of onslaughts. This was during the last 3 years of political and social upheaval at UCT. Many of our discussions served to comprehend the new discourse of the last 3 years, trying to understand our students, our position in this country. The following poem I wrote originally in Afrikaans for Adam Small, and the same sentiments are relevant in my reading of Brian O'Connell. Tribute to Adam Small. You stand in Groot Verseboek, that blue monument for apartheid, controlled by white men with female poets relegated to the state of mere feminine adjuncts, bustling around their pots and pans in the kitchen, or a male poet's lover with whom on a couch of an afternoon he can robustly thump the iambic drum. On the sad tune of the poet flat on his back, here lesbian women were also absent or fleeing to Canada and other far corners of the globe, second class, quiet, nature anthologies only just giving their poems a glance, with yet the deeper turbid menace as a shark does his deep circling dance. You, they were not able to shunt into the slave quarters or into some back room. Your voice was too clear, too caustic. You stand for District 6 in this poetry Bible, reminding them all of forced removals and the Group Areas Act. Moreover, you made fun of, held up to the ridicule, the holy order of the word. And you are even translated the poetry's Father God. Today, under a carpet, I discovered a skeletal framework of a fleeing gecko, close to Ingrid Jonker and Breitenbach, like the rolling millipede of Louis Extienne and those others who were silenced. You were still the one who nimbly, without long-windedness, still used the Cape lingo to rail against man-made laws. And I wonder, how do you feel now? Or have you not, like that gecko, also been silenced by all the hostility? But simultaneously, the bricks and the cement of institutions and the ivy may be untouched, but the spirit has to change. And this is what Brian O'Connor achieved as an educator, to change the perception of an institution where intellectuals with an international standing are working and doing research. Ankie Krog and Stuart van Wyk, to name two colleagues in my field. Frederick Jameson, in his Political Unconscious, published in 1981, maintains that literature cannot be read without a political context. We interpret universities and cultures in the same way. UWC, Stellenbosch, and UCT, with UWC as a multicultural and multilingual university, a space Brian O'Connell created for many young scholars. The dialectic between our painful past and a new future should be noted. And now for a final accolade. Challenges, humiliations, violence, dark hours of apartheid. A teacher needs a blackboard, chalk, books, a library, but also inspiration. O'Connell transformed these negativities in something positive. He received numerous honorary awards, and he was presented with the title of Commander of the Order of the Leopold II for his tireless efforts of not just strengthening ties between UWC and Belgium, but also in raising the profile of his university, transforming it into the internationally respected institution it is today. Vice-Chancellor, with UCT's honorary degree, we also recognize his invaluable work as an educator, as a role model for many South African scholars. In French, we say, un coup de chapeau, I lift my hat. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor.
Professor O'Connell, it is indeed an honor for us to invite you to address us now. This side.
Good morning, everyone. Max Price says something I forgot to tell you. That is a little part of my brain that is not working so well. And if I, in the middle of the sentence, stop and look at you and ask you who you are and what you're doing here, it'll pass in a minute. I wish to thank the University of Cape Town for considering my work good enough for my name and that of my beloved alma mater, UWC, being linked more deeply to your university through this award. We shall treasure it always. I must also consider my families and the entire range of students and staffs who worked with me in 8 institutions, but especially UWC. The slogan I created for UWC, and it's still there, is from hope to action through knowledge. From hope to action through knowledge. Now this slogan speaks to the individual, it speaks to the institution, and it speaks to the world. And said that we must continue to work to hope, because, as Coleridge says, work without hope draws nectar with a sieve, and hope without an object cannot live. I add to this that hope without action is a fantasy, and to achieve any success, hope and action must be combined with the best knowledge possible. Graduates, your graduation today confirmed the fact that your objects were in place, and that the action and the knowledge followed. I wish to congratulate then all of you. I was told this morning that this morning belongs to the humanities. And Stanford University in the USA say that the humanities can be described as the study of our people process and document the human experience. Since humans have been able, we have used philosophy, literature, religion, art, music, history, and language to understand and record our world. These modes of expression have become some of the subjects that traditionally fall under the humanities umbrella. Knowledge of these records of human experience give us the opportunity to feel a sense of the connection to those who have come before us, as well as for those who are with us now. You may be interested to know that in 2003, UWC was chosen to participate in Belgium University's University Development Program. This thing is sliding up and down, so I'm trying to work on 2 pages of papers. This problem gave UWC 10 years of partnership and with all of the Belgian universities. With it came a large amount of money to be used for the program. From the beginning of the program, all 18 universities who were already on the program had opted for a science program. And the expectation in Belgium was that UWC would do the same. But this was not to be, as our choice was for the humanities. The question to me from inside and outside about why we chose not to take the science route and did not have anything to do with, and wondered if it had anything to do with my tertiary biography where science did not feature. My answer to that was that science can and will supply us humans with wonderful knowledge and will enable us to do marvelous things. But we must first engage with ourselves, with our people, and acquire as much knowledge about us and the world we live in, and as quickly and thoroughly as possible, so that we can get together on the basis of strong knowledge, make the best decisions for everyone. Because of our decision to choose for the humanities of the University of the Western Cape has served as a custodian of our memory and a beacon of our desire for freedom. Through its long history, UWC has championed the importance of the humanities in redefining our human condition. It is to the humanities that UWC looks when it seeks to reaffirm commitment to community, national belonging, peace, and freedom. Given this long commitment to the humanities, UWC was one of the first institutions in the new South Africa to establish a world-class center for humanities research, and which is now counted as the national flagship of the Department of Science and Technology and the National Research Foundation. Needless to say, humanities faculties in Belgium, who had never had any of the money given to them, had a big party. It was their maiden project, and we were their first recognition of the humanities. Without the best knowledge available and used for good purposes, catastrophic things can happen and will happen because of the absence of sense-making. Some examples of the absence of sense-making in South Africa that caused and which continues to cause extreme damage to our future are the following. First, the land challenge. Second, the absence of national unity. Third, the low quality of school education. Three, the HIV debacle where shame, politics, and culture trumped science. The absence of skepticism, that where one just accepts that one is told without challenging and engaging. The belief from 1948, when the National Party gained power, that about 10% of the people of our country could hold the excluded 90% in bondage forever. The retaining in 1994 of the racial labels which divided a struggling nation rather than dual it. I don't know how to speak about labels, white, black, so they say perhaps at that moment when they were thinking about it, they said, let's take them all away and say South African. The idea that destroying is building is one of another challenges, and corruption and nepotism another. And from me personally, the destruction of strong communities like District 6, where I was born and raised for 25 years, and where not a single person went to bed at night hungry and without shelter. And now for the future, a few words especially to the young. I have a proposition that from the perspective of human history, all humans alive today are probably the second most important cohort of humans who have ever lived. That might sound very silly, but why? Because you are living in a time that is unprecedented. Per Dallin spoke of the challenges of 10 revolutions occurring simultaneously at this time. And the 10 are the knowledge and information revolution, the population explosion, globalization, the economic revolution, the technological revolution, the ecological revolution, the social cultural revolution, the aesthetic revolution, the political revolution, the values revolution. All of those are with us today, all of them. He argued that humankind will be so tested by this combination of incredible changes on so many levels that our cultures will have to undergo the kind of paradigm shifts last experienced in the 16th and 17th centuries when science began its challenge to all existing forms of knowledge. Our current paradigms, he said, cannot contest with these monumental changes and win. And Robin Mohan says it this way: humans living in a cultural revolution and in a world of war, violence, and social upheaval are impelled as never before to ask the hard questions of the meaning of historical existence. Why do we exist? Since the time of Adam and Eve, or perhaps their other fellows, the Homo sapiens has had a fairly easy ride. So much so that there are more than 7 billion of us on a planet moving to 8 billion faster than we want it to be. Just think, in 1927, we had just 2 billion. There is also a sea of research which declares that we have overshot the boundary of what this earth can give us. We are already in desperate trouble and cannot easily succeed in avoiding conflict over a string of things like poverty and migration on our own. As with water, if we start now, we may just make it bearable, but the paradigms that we are now still using cannot help us. They must be changed, but change is a complex matter, as William Harvey found out in 1628. Now, who was he? He was an English physician who made seminal contributions in anatomy and physiology. He was the first known physician to describe completely and in detail the systemic circulation and properties of blood being pumped to the brain and the body by the heart. He presented his findings to his peers. But what remains, with this opening statement, but what remains to be said about the quantity and quality of blood which thus passes is of so novel and unheard of character that I fear not only injury to myself from the envy of a few, but I tremble lest I have all mankind at large for my enemies. So much doth want and custom that become as another nature, and doctrine once sown, and that has been struck deep roots, and respect for antiquity influence all people. His peers jeered him, they vilified him, he lost almost all of his patience, but he was right. It has been suggested that we near now, may well be the last generation which can prevent a population crisis of runaway poverty, malnutrition, restricted economic growth, shortages of primary health care services, family planning services, housing and education. This generation, that's you, must bring back the concept of humanity, a concept that speaks of love and care. It must also accept the fact that hope must be followed by action, and together use the best knowledge available while seeking even better knowledge. And every generation has its burden of making sense of their social and natural environments. They must try to understand the past and also to project into the future if they are to survive. This is by definition the work of the university, because a university stands between the past and the future. And as Castellet says, if knowledge is the electricity of the new information international economy, then institutions of higher learning are the power sources on which a new development process must rely. I leave that to you, graduates.
Professor O'Connell, thank you for joining the links this morning between your institution and ours. Thank you for inspiring our graduates, and thank you for letting them know that they are going into a world where they have the knowledge, where they can use action to bring hope to this world. Thank you very much.
We are now moving to the part of the ceremony where we confer the degrees. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I admit to the degrees specified and grant the diplomas and certificates specified to the candidates who are recorded in the program as graduating in absentia. I shall now grant the diplomas and certificates and admit to the degrees specified the candidates to be presented to me by the Dean.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the Advanced Certificate in Education in Language Mathematics Curriculum Leadership, Intermediate Phase, Peter Malan. Yolanda Peko. For the highest certificate in education, in adult education, Bridget Kuleni Davids. Cheryl Raylene Hendricks. Sure. Stefelina Mabato Mamane Mokwena. Wanda Petunia Monoa. Mark Maki Ndabeni. Aleta Lindiwe Nongonyane. Baranj Julian Mpande Rubushe. Mandla Kakapeli Israel Sishi. For the postgraduate certificate in education in FET teaching, Liesel Joanne Adams. Shanita Gounden. Chanel Kirsty James. Zwelake Hani Kuse. Gavin Brett Marsh. Nkululeko Mangweni. Lungiswa Mambo, my apologies. Simita Nair. Amina Nazir Ahmed Patel. Sibusiso Kwesha. Bashira Sali. Daniela Ann Savoya. Sabelo Skinjani. Courtney Lishay Smith. For the postgraduate certificate in education in foundation phase teaching, Melikaya Apolisi. Carmelita Angeline Christians. With distinction, Taryn Dreemeyer. Atenkosi Jessica Ganchi. Chippo Juliana Goredima. With distinction, Jacqueline Portia Amber Graham. Kaylin Hermanus. With distinction, Tamsin Vivian Hiscock. Saskia Hillary Joseph. Nozipo Maureen Mamputa. Robin Kayla Martin. With distinction, Kelly Ann Mouton. Linda Mvandaba. Zukile Mbuso Ngube. Sylvia Nganimani. With distinction, Tana Alice Fortenhauer. Kim Paulina van der Ross. With distinction, Angela Jade Webb. With distinction, Nadia Maria Woodward. For the postgraduate certificate in education in FET teaching, Siyabolela Sikawuti. For the postgraduate certificate in education in intermediate phase teaching, Lauren Jill Brokenchow. With distinction, Lindsay Cook. Amy Lee Davids. With distinction, Nasira Davids. Michael Brian Ford. Caitlin Andrea Griffin. Kirsten Jane Halls. Chelsea Marie Herdon. With distinction, Elizabeth Louise Maria Kruger. Zinchle Nkwadi. Carmela Nafsa. Terry Ilse Rhodes. Sheldon Terence Stemmet. Shina Melvine Sheila Thomas. With distinction, Claire Emma Yard-Levitt. Mandisa Yekani. Nontando Zilimbola. For the postgraduate certificate in education, in senior phase and FET teaching, Ashton Robin Apollos. Simone Laverne Boyson. Andrea Deborah Derricks. With distinction, Sarah Catherine Elphick. With distinction, Leandre Fitzhenry. Isabella Frances Monroe Foulis. Rukeya Gamies. Tuliswa Hallam. Kayla Sky Hoey. With distinction, Jennifer Lee Judd. Jessica Lucy Kerwin. With distinction, Hiram Kim. Takira Kloppers. Bianca Kuries. With distinction, Tammy Levinson. Nicole Sonell Linders. Zena April Moody. Koleka Bakanyele Yedwana Mtsweni. With distinction, Eric Bernhard Mulder. Pelisa Miendeki. With distinction, Zafira Omar. Bronwyn Barbara Platten. With distinction, Lauren Rowe. Sade Skoltz. With distinction, Karen Ashley Zilke. With distinction, Natalia Skorik. With distinction, Naima Binti Muhammad Solomon. Pelisa Stemela. Ilse Annafred Strauss. With distinction, Manoa Tayob. Tasneem Wahed. Gavin Bruce Wild. For the postgraduate diploma in African Studies, Amanda Mamojaki Mukwena. For the postgraduate diploma in education in higher education studies, Marseille Sean Underwood. For the postgraduate diploma in educational technology, with distinction, Derek Andrew Ballantyne. Ralitza Diana Debra. Charlene Elisha Gladys Esau. Marshall Odette Fester. Aparna Sandeep Koparde. Michael John Glover. With distinction, Anelma Janse van Rensburg. Jai Subhash Jayakumar. Alexander Victor Kyler. Rose Nkirota Chiara. Lungile Kenny Mdanyana. Marshall Comelo Evelyn Ntloy. Mariana Unga. For the postgraduate diploma in Library and Information Studies, Sasabone Silvia Chauke. Kosi Konkakutle Glamini. Chijioke Teresa Elonze. Lydia Makwena Molefe. Tenjiwe Princess Mtwetwe. Tembasile Ntombikayasi Louisa Nyati. Makabala Moses Rapasha. Ilana Alicia Sittler. With distinction, Julia Ann Smith. For the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours, Melissa Abrahams. Megan Baraguanath. Lana Boyson. In the first class, Julia Nicola Daniels. Wasim Domingo. Sarah Stevens Gammon. Mohammad Mikhail Hassant. Wahida Gassant.
Chandra Francesca Harris. Fahima Harris. Nazar Harris. Sekele Kele Joseph Hekwa. Zoe Lynn Jackson. Matshemo Matlakala. Samkelo Nelson Matutu. In the first class, Sarah Camilla McAlpine. Nobomi Ndingi. Pumisa Akwangila Menkisi. Reino Meyer. Christoph Nyankurubike. Yejin Park. Karen Pass. In the first class, Dylan Fillion. Rory Alexander Woodman. For the degree of Bachelor of Social Science Honours in African Studies, in the first class, Ramabina Mahapa. In anthropology, Remy Kaleha. In the first class, Peter Duplessis. Letabo Gumede. Apiwe Mahadla. In clinical social work, Kenneth Bingham. Johannes Benjamin de Beer. Lisha Lois Edwins. Hedron Juliana Gantana. Nomakolwa Mavis Ntendeshe. Nolusindizo Patricia Muvandaba. Nongaba Sheila Mohali Mbacha. Tandika Gift Ngwenya. Lindelo Ntantisa. Elvina Philancia Retief. Andisiwe Tengwa. Sibusiso Horatius Chukuse. Michelle Uren. In Development Studies, Anthea Bendy. Efua Tawia Egan. In the first class, Veda Lee McGannon. Desiree Elizabeth Mwanza. Luntu Nabawu. Nandi Nomachiko Msilisa. Jill Chidisa Samukimba. Chidisha. Takalani Yolanda Chilelo. Lara Nicole Vincent. In Economic History in the first class, Kevin Elliott. In Environmental and Geographical Studies, Kelly Ann Armstrong. Sarah Jessica Botma. In the first class, Ryan Emmett Collins. Mohammed Yassin Samuels. In Gender and Transformation, Laika Adams. Emma Alcock. Lauren Dickerson. Abigail Levendahl. In Industrial Sociology, Sinaso Simnikiwe Makesu. Tina Nongogo. Sinolo Nuabo Happiness Ponti. In international relations, Vashanka Teresa Chetty. Tadiwanashe Eric Hove. Rachomoditse Comfort Molefiniana. Kiatleretse Shiraletso Mosadi. Murray Allen Roy Nichol. Jacqueline Francis van Zale. In the first class, Sarah Joy Wawege. In Justice and Transformation, Alison Anna Wheeler Furness. Tasneem Kalla. Zoe Esther Kundai Christina Kamagira.
Go Zoe!
Leslie Fungai Mudimu. Ayanda Nkusani. Priscilla Tindwa. In the first class, Natalie Pasqualina Viruli. In organizational psychology, Kelly Jane Fish. Divya Govindar. Tiffany Emma Hager. Lauren Amy Kowalski. Megan Ann Martin. Yolanda Mafaketo. Iman Mohammed. Rejoice Esther Paradzai. Kaylin Christine Patterson. Rejan Kayla Peterson. Jade Ann Pillay. Carly Roberts. Taryn Gwendolyn Caroline Schaffer. In the first class, Carrie Singer. Chesney Jessica Smith. Mazibulele Tiobeka. Jenna Martine Werner. In philosophy, politics, and economics, Courtney Marie Barnes. Noneka Nande Nodada. In political communication, Sibongiseni Kandi Gwabani. Timothy Michael Kinahan. Zukanye Veteso. In politics, Claire Ann Morrison. In probation and correctional practice in the first class, Chantal Grobler. Nondumiso Queen Rose Quinana. Maria Magdalena Smith. In the first class, Sian van Hastian.
In psychology, in the first class, Carolyn Lee Allen. Muhammad Ali Anwari. In the first class, Michelle Ann Blazer. In the first class, Nicole Nadine Bergmer. Kailihle Chagadama. Nabila Aisha Ibrahim. Jessica Catherine Ehrenreich. Nasiha Furfree. Catherine Anita Govea. Sitlilelo Gwenyane. In the first class, Angela Louise Harwood. In the first class, Sasha Lee Hicks. Kumbulani Sipishle Jali. Lombe Michael Kasanda. In the first class, Sarah Q. Simpson. In the first class, Chloe Beth Kruger. Anati Boitumelo Quinyana. In the first class, Georgia Amy McLeod. Bokang Metola. Akila Murat. Zenzile Molo. Miranda Moodley. In the first class, Lee Robert Nicholson. Chen Ying Pan. In the first class, Adela Michelle Prevost. In the first class, Sarita Ramdani. In the first class, Julian Maximilian Siebert. Sipumelele Sigwebela. In the first class, Catherine Trednick. In the first class, Michal Rivka Zev.
In Public Policy and Administration, Letitia Andreas. Mabvuto Banda. Oyama Unati Buata. Michaela Ada Christians. Leanne Francis Mars. Sharon Kadebonya Mokoto. Linda Nkobo. Emiliano Nicolau Cesar. Stacey Paula Walker. In social development, Serena Besa. Teresa Chirambo. Simonkele Joyceful Dionase. Amy Catherine George. Nicole Lawrence. Alexandra Maza. Diana Rumbidzai Maposa. Mapendo Jolie Maridi. Alice Mbonga. Ayanda Nomfundo Mshlongo. Tapiwa Mulhuru. Michlali Felicia Sibandlana. In the first class, Natasha Smith. Alban Marie-Laurence Thiolet. In Social Policy and Management, Jadine Chanel Basson. Mazida Karani. Ashley Robin Q. Sufia Najjar. Felina Ramsahar. In the first class, Jatara Ross. Takatso Michael Shale. Samantha Jane Simmons. In Sociology, in the first class, Jeremy James Bradford. Zipo Falake. In the first class, Ethan John Hitchcock. In the first class, Megan Jane Holes. Hilda Namakula. Chandra Patha. In the first class, Megan Samai. For the degree of Master of Education in Education Policy, Leadership and Change, Carla Portvik. For the degree of Master of Library and Information Studies, Rosemary Ireka. And for the Bachelor of Education Honours, Bianca Creel.
Colleagues, graduates, first let us show once again our congratulations to this outstanding group of graduates for what they have achieved after these years. As you graduate from the University of Cape Town, many of you graduating with your first degrees from us, you join a very special community, a community of some 170,000 alumni, and they form the convocation of the university, spread all over the world, all over South Africa and Africa. And the convocation plays an important role in the life of the university, and so you will be playing that role too. You play that role as ambassadors for UCT, and what the university will be judged by is you. We will be judged by your reputations, your performance, your excellence, but especially by your values. And I hope that as you leave UCT and look back on your experience here, you will recognize that one of the most important things has been that second curriculum, the curriculum of values, the commitment to social justice, to active citizenship, to changing the world, to a concern for the inequality around us, and a commitment to doing something about that. You, as graduates of a tertiary education and an elite university, are yourselves a very small elite within this society now. And with that goes the responsibility to give back and to contribute to those who haven't had these privileges and opportunities and to change the world. And I hope that that's what you will do as ambassadors of UCT. As members of convocation, you also play a role in governing the university and ensuring that the standards and reputation of the university remain as high as ever. You do that through electing members of council to the university's council and through electing the chancellor of the university. Our current chancellor is, of course, Mrs. Graça-Machel. You can only play that role if we can remain in touch with you, if we can communicate with you. We send out quarterly newsletters about what's happening at the university. We solicit your opinions on issues, and we send you electoral ballots when there are elections. And for that to happen, we need to have your email addresses. And so I appeal to you to remain in touch with us over the years, to keep updating your addresses, physical and email addresses. The physical addresses because we have chapters of convocation all over the world. And that too is important for you. You join a network of UCT alumni, and if you get posted as part of your job to Nairobi or to Windhoek or to Singapore, you will find a UCT chapter there that provides an immediate network of friends socially and for business and work. But again, we need to know where you are so that we can connect you with those alumni. As you reach this pinnacle of your academic development after years of hard work, I'm sure you will want to show your appreciation to those who have supported you in getting to where you are. Your loved ones, family and friends who have been there emotionally, psychologically, financially, to help you to this point. And I invite you now, graduates, to stand up and make eye contact with the members of your families and friends in the audience. Wave the scrolls above your head and shout your appreciation to them. And we thank the parents and families for having entrusted us with your sons and daughters. And I hope and believe you will be well satisfied with what they have achieved and the degree they have achieved. But graduates, you could also not have got to this point without the support and teaching of your lecturers and professors who are represented on the platform party. And I ask you to show your appreciation to our wonderful faculty and staff. And then there is another group of people in the university, the support and professional staff, who actually constitute twice as many people as there are academics. The people in the, who run the graduation, the admissions, the financial aid, the cleaning of residences and catering, the security, the general administration of student affairs. Without this sort of support, without them and the excellent job they perform, we would not be such a great university, and the student experience would not be half of what it is. So I ask you to show your appreciation finally for our support staff in the university. I want to finally thank our honorary graduand, Professor Brian O'Connell, for his wonderful lecture and speech, a reminder of the integrity that he has brought to his whole career and the leadership that he has shown. It's now your day to go out and celebrate. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, allow me to add a last word of congratulations to the graduates and to the families and loved ones for their success. I think what has become very clear today, as we've seen the graduates walk across the stage, that these will be the people that will rise up to those challenges that Professor O'Connell gave us this morning. So when we looked at those degrees and the specializations in development studies, in economics and politics, in psychology, in gender and transformation, we'll see that these are the people, Professor O'Connell, that will in fact rise up to the challenge, because today is not just the start of a new degree, it's the start of a career, it's the start of a mandate to go out there and make the change. But I think I also want to connect the dots between the issue of education. And one of the challenges that Professor O'Connell raised was that of the challenges that we see in basic education. And of course, another other dot that I want to connect is that we also this morning gave an award to the school's initiatives program. And that program speaks to trying to address the deficits in basic education. And those of you today that have specializations in education, it is on you that we put our faith to address these deep-seated challenges, because you will be guiding the next generation that will be sitting in your seats one day. So go out in the world and make your mark. You will not be expected to merely practice a profession, as I said. You will be called upon to address the major challenges that we experience in South Africa and globally. And I wish you success with that. So as we leave the stage, I'm going to ask you to remain standing. And then afterwards, graduates as well as family and loved ones are invited to attend a function in the Leslie building. And we're also asking the graduates to join the procession as it leaves the stage.
By virtue of the authority conferred on me, I now dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.